Uh, so, oh my god. Oh, isn't it going to stop? Oh my god, it's not stopping. Oh, okay. Hi, guys. Welcome to another episode of It Was Never Personal with me, Yami Wilfred. Um, in today's episode, we'll be talking about, but first of all, I'd like to say thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in. And let me give the audio listeners something to really grab onto. Oh my God, why wouldn't it be like this on the phone? It was never personal. Thank you so much for tuning in again. I was just giving them the eco effects. I love this mic. It's so nice. I got it from Cash Crusaders. Yes. So on today, I'll be talking about the power of our thoughts. Watch your thoughts, watch your mouth. That's the slogan of today's episode. And I think it's the title. Maybe I should make it the title. Watch your thoughts, watch your mouth. Thank you. So welcome to It Was Never Personal again. It's me, Yami Wilfred. So why watch your thoughts? Watch your thoughts because honey, listen, your thoughts are actually you remember that whenever that I start the H episode I say what do I say? What do I say again? Oh my god. It was never personal. It has always been about colors, whatever. Realizing that you are a co-creator with a power which is higher than us. Underline co-creator. You're a co-creator. You create your life. You're the alchemist. You're the creator of your life. You're the master. You're the author of your life. However you want to coin it. But at the end of the day, you co-create this experience. But how do you do it? You do so with your thoughts. So you have to be able to watch your thoughts. And why do I say watch your mouth? Watch your mouth because whatever that you say, it has to do with whatever you believe, and whatever that you believe is everything that you have cleaned. It is any thought that you've clinged on to. So watch your thoughts, watch your mouth, because honey, we are powerful witches, and don't be afraid of the word witch. And if it evokes a sense of fear into you, you can use another word like magician. You're a powerful magician. We are magicians, but it's just that we don't. I don't know why we don't know it. I don't know why we're not taught about it. Oh, okay, Aisha, I know why we're not taught about it. Because we live in a system which doesn't thrive on letting us know the power we have. That is why so much knowledge is kept away from us. And when I say knowledge, I mean about real things that I'm talking about on this episode. Thank you. Or this podcast, another podcast, because we are co-creators. We are co-creators, but we've been given this idea um of of being little muppets under of being little muppets who or just being some people, or just I don't know. We're just given this idea of that there's an old man out there with a beard who's watching on our genitals, who's going, why are you going that way? Who's judging on us and whatever, but that's not it. That's not it. And another disempowering belief that we've been given is that there's someone who's out there to get us. The idea that there's the devil is like, honey, the calls are coming from inside the house. Okay? Or actually, let me say it this way: the calls are coming from inside the house. Thank you. Because your thoughts are so powerful. But now, because we believe that there's an old man there and then there's someone with horns who's running around us. Yeah, honey. Yeah. That is what you're gonna get. That is what you're going to experience life as. But to me, I mean, early on I was like, this doesn't make that makes that girl. I mean, it doesn't make sense. How am I gonna believe that? I don't believe that. Come on. I mean, somehow it didn't make sense to me, especially that I was a flamboyant, gay, feminine boy who was like, I've tried to really join in into the culture of going, oh, there's I have demons in me. I have this there. Okay, I have to cleanse my I have to get rid of this thing. I'm dirty. Oh my god. Oh my god. It never worked. It never worked. And then I gave up. I was like, okay, now, honey, now something has to be wrong out of here. They lied to me, which got me angry, which really got me angry. But later on, I chose the joy because I realized it's all a hoax. They lied. It was never personal. Life is what I make it to be, and I'm going to make it this wonderful thing. But then I realized that I cannot make life a wonderful experience before I change my thoughts, because my thoughts have been conditioned to be very dark and fear based, because we are run by a system of which is really fear based, with its superstitions and everything. I mean, it's so crazy. But anyways, it was never personal. You have it in you. You have it in you. You're a magician. Now, um, everything that we've experienced till now is due to our thoughts, and again, our words. What you say is very important. It's kind of like a boomerang. It's a boomerang, actually. It's not whenever I say it's basically like, it's actually like, it's something like, it's sort of like, it's just me trying to say it is actually, or it is a boomerang, not it's actually. It is, it is a boomerang. What you say is like a boomerang. You throw it out into the universe, into life, into your experience, and it will come back. If you say something like, I'm ugly, you can't it'll come back to you. You get to attract people who will tell you that you're ugly. If you say to other people, if you gossip about other people, honey, that is what you're sending out into the universe, into life, and then it'll come back to you. People will gossip about you. It's just fair and square. It's the law of cause and effect, and no one is above that law, honey. No one is above that law. So be mindful of what you say, and watch what you say. Watch your mouth. So watch your mouth, because it has to do with the belief that you have upon yourself in your subconscious mind. It has everything to do with the thoughts that you are identified with. I used to be very what's the word? I used to be very anxious, or I got disturbed whenever I heard people gossiping about me, saying hurtful things about me, especially being a gay boy. People said things and they still say things. But back then, because I never understood that it was never personal, I always claimed it to myself. I was like, oh my God, oh my God. And the frustration that I got, or the anxiety that I got, was, first of all, how can they do that? It pained me. And then second of all, it's not true. And then third of all, how can I let them know that it's not true? So that was the first where the frustration came from, because I wanted them to know that whatever that they said, it wasn't true. But then, honey, the truth is that they know that it's not true, which only made me realize, God, oh my God, you think I can block you? I block you, sis. I ain't studying you. I did not block you. I did not do that. I didn't do that. But I wanted them to know that. But then ultimately I realized that, even if I told them I didn't block you, even if I told them that I love you or whatever, it was they couldn't understand it, because whatever that they had said about me, it had nothing to do with me. Them gossiping about me, show it's more of like, it's actually a call for love. It's a call for love, because it's not an act of love. Therefore, it's a call for love. So it took me a moment to really realize that, oh my God, I have to be really, because the thing is that people will gossip about me, and then I'll try and talk to someone else about them. Actually, what was I doing? I would be gossiping about them with another person. Although in my mind I'm like, I'm right, whatever. But it's just like, I forgot who I am. I forgot who they are. It was never personal. Mm-hmm. 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 Thank you. But anyways, there's this other saying or this other line. I don't know if it's a verse. I don't know if it's a whatever. But I know that people believe in the power of the tongue. They say the tongue has like the power of the tongue. Watch what you say. That is the same thing that I'm saying. Watch your thoughts. Watch your mouth. Watch what you say, because the tongue is very powerful. What you say, you will create it. I don't know why the only thing that I don't get is, why do people only get it if it's something bad? Like you say, oh, you're gonna die. It's like, oh, you cannot say that. You cursed her. You whatever. Didn't you know that the tongue is powerful? I'm like, well, thank you for saying that. Thank you. But why don't you believe it when I say you're gonna get married? You're gonna find love. You found love. You are wonderful. It's very powerful. It's the same thing. So I'm just wondering why we believe so much into fear. We believe so much into horrible things than we do into wonderful things. Why do we cling on to negativity than we do cling on to positivity? Well, I get it somehow, because our ego, our sense of self, which we have created, the image that we've created or we want to uphold, is really afraid. It's afraid. It's run by fear. That is why we are more afraid of. We think we are more afraid of someone saying you're gonna die than someone saying you're wonderful, you're gonna live a flourishing life, you're healthy. It's like that. It's like, oh my God, what the okay, so you would believe, so after everything that I've said to you today, me just saying that you look like a peacock, me today saying you look like a what is there, oh, me saying that you look like an amphibian makes you roll up and whatever. But I've been telling you this 100 things. It's like how people in the comments section, and then you hear, oh, and then there's that one line, someone saying, this is boring. And then you spend the whole entire day ruminating on this is boring. What you're doing actually while you're ruminating on this is boring, not only are you perpetuating the thought, you're actually calling it upon yourself. This is boring, this is boring. And then you believe that it's boring. Watch your thoughts, watch your mouth. Because this is the thing, what you think will be what you believe. And if the moment you believe it, meaning that you've identified with it, your body will have to experience it in terms of like physicality. Like physically, you have to experience it, and that is what we call emotions. Emotions. You will feel it. You will feel it. But this is the thing. Feelings are not facts. They're just indicators. Feelings will take you back to the thought. Actually, they will take you back to the belief. The belief will take you back to the thought. So, watch your thought, watch your mouth. Thank you. And then another thing is that I was very excited when I heard recently when I heard that life is a state of mind. It's not this physical plane that we see. It's not all of this is not all that this is not all it is. It's like looking at the body. I don't know what people thought before they saw a dead body or whatever. Like, it's like life is actually, if you go x-ray eyes on it, it's much more than that. you know Ultimately it goes back to energy. As quantum physicists, they'll tell you that it's energy. Life is energy. So it's a state of mind. Life is what you make it. When you wake up in the morning and you go, oh my God, excuse you, and you just become grumpy and you get so, what's the word, you get so and you get beta about life, and you just call about how the day is going to be boring or whatever. Guess what, honey? That is what you're going to get. That is what you're going to get. You think that it's people are mean to you, that's what you're going to get. You think people like you, that's what you're going to get. You think you're successful, that is what you're going to get. You acclaim it to yourself, you affirm it to yourself, that's what you're going to get. But you have to say it enough times. Say it. Just keep on saying it. Just keep on thinking it. Because this is the truth. We spend more time thinking negative thoughts than we do actually think positive thoughts. Because we have this identity which is identified with core beliefs which are negative. That is why we have this negative self thought, this negative, our self talk, our inner self talk is mostly negative. So because we spend most of our time thinking negatively, we experience life as a negative thing, only if we went the positive way. And you have to stick with it. Stick with it. I know maybe someone out there is like, but Wilfred, I've tried. I've done, but then, I've tried saying all those things. I've tried affirming, I've tried thinking positively. Well, the first thing is you haven't tried enough. You haven't tried enough and you are not sticking with it. Say it, just keep on saying it. Don't give up. And then the next thing is, you know, it's not like it happens like this. It's like what you say or a thought is like a seed. It's like a seed that you plant, you put in the soil, and when you plant a seed, you know that it doesn't take a day, a week, or whatever for it to become a fully grown tree or a fully grown plant that actually has those fruits. It takes time, so you have to actually plant the seed and keep on watering it, keep on watering it. Remove the weeds being those negative thoughts. Remove on the weeds, clear the path, water it, prune it, perfect it, keep on taking care of it. It takes time. It takes time. And this is what I will say. Ever since I started my spiritual journey back in when was it? When was it? Let me pick up. Oh, yeah. When was it? I started my spiritual journey back when I think, listen, this is the thing. I'm a spirit. I'm a spirit. I'm a spirit. So it has been long started before. But the realization of I as a spirit began or happened when was I? Okay, I think consciously it happened when I was 14. Thank you. When I just decided that I'm not going to really play on in with the hypocritical societal norms that have been put forward to me, But even way before that, I always had a sneaking suspicion. I was like, don't you think this is sus? It's sus. It's given suspicion. Like something isn't adding up when I was young. But then now, when I was 14, that's when I actually said, you know what? I have to actually do something. I have to really search for something. And then that search led to me really learning that, okay, your thoughts really create your life and you have to take care of your thoughts. You have to watch your thoughts, watch your mouth. And then I started doing affirmations. Now, the thing is that my life is not like perfectly, but like everything is well. I'm just experiencing everything perfect. I'm a human being, I'm a person. I do have times when I do mistakes, I have times when I fall down, but I do pick myself up. I'm resilient. That is one thing that I know about myself. And again, I'm just saying this to say it's not perfect. But I tell you, relatively speaking, I think now I spend 80% of the time I'm always on a joyful state. More than actually more than 80% of the time, I'm on a joyful state. I'm kind to myself. I'm no longer anxious as I used to be. I don't know. I don't relate to depression. I don't relate to anxiety. I don't relate to worry. I don't have those things in me. People don't what people say about me, I don't ruminate on it like I used to do. You know what I mean? So relatively, my life is working it. It's giving I want to live again. It's giving I'm grateful. It's giving I want to continue living. It's giving come on. It's giving a Vogue. It's giving. You know what I mean? It's giving Paris is burning. So it's joyful. It's full of colors. It's music. It's dance. That is my life. I mean, if people who have their eyes on me of you as my friends or people who know me, early in the morning I wake up, I sing. When I'm working in the road early in the morning, dark at night, I sing. I have created a life around myself, and you can do that yourself. You can create your world. You can create your own life experience. You can live it because out there, honey, it's very. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't even want to look at it because it's so dark and it's okay. That's what they want to choose. But I've chosen to stay in the light because I look good in the lights. Look at me. I look good. Zona, of course I do, and I know what I do. So I'm just saying that, although it's not perfect, but it's good. It's something that I love. It's livable. I'm not managing, I'm not surviving, I'm living. Now that's it. So keep on doing it. Keep on stick with it, have the stick with itness of it. Keep on just affirming, keep on thinking positive thoughts, and keep on loving yourself, because when you watch your thoughts and you watch your mouth, actually you're loving yourself. Mm-hmm. Now, yeah, that is it. Now, oh my god, did I let you share? Okay, I didn't want to give you my thing like that, but now back to it again. One thing again that I learned is that life is always asking you what you want. Life says, "What do you want to be? What do you want me to be? Do you want me to be something which is very hurtful or something which is easygoing?" We all have that. We all have that power, that will. We all have the will to say, okay, life, come in and intervene and give me this beautiful experience, or come in and just show me how horrific it can be, how hard it can get, you know. And I don't know, because I mean, I maneuver around the uni. I go to UB and I see a lot of people who are, there's always like a facade. People are always playing this role of I'm good, and oh my god, isn't it heavy? It is heavy. It is heavy. But anyways, let's take a break and I'll come back. But like before I go, it was never personal. Welcome back again to It Was Never Personal with me, Yummy Walfred. Today, like I said, we're going to talk about the importance of watching your thoughts, watching your mouth, because you're a co-creator, you're a powerful witch, you're a magician, you're the author, you're the master of your life. Take it in. That is the truth. You are God in drag, honey. You are God. You're an extension of God. But anyways, I don't want to go deep into that stuff, because some people may get really, some people, I mean, even I, most times when people use the word God, I get very frightened because of the things that I've heard he does. Thank you. First thing, they said it's a man, and I'm like, are you for real? It's a man? Are you for real? But it's not that. It's not a man, it's not a male, it's not a female. It's just, it's energy, it's force, it's something out there. But anyways, it's very important for us to watch our thoughts, because we are at we are we are at where we are right now today, with the wars and everything, the conflicts in the world, because of the collective thoughts that we have thought. We are there. And I think something that has attributed or contributed to that has to be the news. The news, honey. I decided, like I said, at 14, I said, I'm not going to join in on this. And I think I spent a lot of time trying to fit in and trying to join in and belong. And I was like, oh no, but this is not it. It doesn't make sense. It's very, it's unconscious, it's oblivious. I don't want to be a part of that group. I don't want to be it. And this includes not watching the news. So I don't do the news, I don't read the newspaper, I don't do that. I don't get into the internet and watch and listen to CNN or whatever they do. I don't do. And some of my family members are very angry at me for that, because they feel like something. I'm like, no, that's what you. I don't want to impose myself with the. I don't want to infuse fear fear-based belief systems into myself, because the news are always saying, oh, there's a fight, you have to be afraid, you have to know this, oh my god, this is happening, someone was raped, killed. Okay, it's happening, but it's not happening to me. It's not. Ultimately, you have to realize that you are, because you're a co-creator, you have actually created everything that you have experienced. You've created it. It doesn't matter if it's, however horrific it is, or however, like, someone came to you and tried, but you have done it with your thoughts. The fact that you've experienced, oh my god, listen. And this, I'm not saying it from an arrogant point of view. I'm just saying, listen, if you ask the mysticals, if you ask those the ascended masters, they will tell you that actually, If you have experienced it, you have created it. And if you have created it, it's because you have thought it. It's because you've believed it. And if you've believed it, you've thought it, you saw that thought and you took it to be a reality. It doesn't make sense here. It will never make sense to the mind. It's not something that you can learn about or try and make sense of because it doesn't make sense up in here. But it's the truth. If you have experienced it, you have created it. And that is why I'm saying that today we are facing these wars and everything, the war between Russia and whatever. I mean, it's many, and I'm not here to talk about that. But we're experiencing it because of the collective thought we have today. It's very full of it's full of fear. But I think most of us, we don't want to experience that. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because we live in a system that is fear based. So I don't watch the news. It took time for me to actually start watching TV because at 14, actually before 14, I was like, I'm not a TV person. I'm not, but I faked it. I faked it. I'll tell you so. I faked it. The only thing that I used to watch was Indian television series because I like colors. I like the colors that they did, the music. I like colors, I like music, I like dance. So Indian movies and Indian soapies or TV series, they have that. They act and then they perform and then they sing and then they dance and they have colors. They're not afraid of colors. And I love that. So it really rang a bell to my little child, my inner child who loves those things. So it was like, wow, what a world. It exists. Oh my god, I love it. But ultimately I learned that whatever they keep on, the only thing that I don't like about Indian things or Indian TV series is that, or the ones that I've seen, is that most of them, it's one story. It's one story. A girl and a boy who wants to be in love, but their parents are against it or something. And then it's just like somehow it gets to become repetitive, and then it's boring to me. But some of them are really great, and I love them. But some of them, I'm like, I don't know why are you watching this. It takes me back to the news. I'm like, okay, I've seen enough of the bad things, where the good guy is killed or the good girl is abandoned. I've seen enough of that. Show me something else, show me the Matrix, show me the Black Mirror, show me RuPaul's Drag Race, show me those things. So those are the TV shows that I gravitate towards nowadays. I'm back onto the TV because I know that, I love watching movies, I love watching television because it's a community, and it's so powerful than this virtual social media community we've created. Although the social media can actually be a powerful tool in raising awareness, in raising consciousness of the collective. Just that I mean, it's heavy. It's heavy. I think it's going to take time. It will take time before it happens because people are in the business of social media for other things, for building up an image, for doing whatever, something which is ego based, which is fear based. Anytime you hear the word ego, think of fear. So for me now, I watch TV, I watch television, whatever that I watch is something which inspires me, which I can relate to, both on a personal level, but also on a universal level, which is a spiritual level, because I'm a spirit having a human experience. So I want to really remember who I am. So anything that can take me back there and actually allow me to zoom in onto the human collective consciousness, the human psyche, understand how people do things and everything, and understand how people work and how they relate. I watch it and I love it. And I've cultivated a path where I just decide what I want to watch. Do I want to watch that? Okay, why? Because it inspires me. Do I want to watch? No, I don't want to watch that because I don't know what they're talking about. They're just in the business of that they just came into business because they want to make money. They don't want to make wealth. But I'm in here to make wealth, not make money, because I know that money is not wealth. Thank you. And then the other thing is, try and get away from gossiping. Get away from gossiping because it's not helpful. whether you're right or wrong, try and get away from gossiping. I remember one day I was with my friend, this other friend of mine, and she was gossiping. Actually, it goes back to this other family. I once had a chosen family, not a chosen family, but I had like an angel family because they loved me so much. But though that family, whenever like you would come, and then the minute this person who just came, a visitor or a guest left, they will start talking about them. No, honey, not in a good way, in a bad way. They'll talk about their hair, how they sit, how they talk, how they walk, how they whatever. Like they would just keep on picking them down. And I was so naive to think they don't do that with me until I asked one of my friends about it, and they were like, they do actually do that to you, I mean, with you. And I experienced it, and I saw it, and I was like, oh my God. So one day, my friend also talked about one of her friends, and I was like, oh my God, oh my. If I'm her friend, okay, if that is her friend and she's talking about her in this way, judging her, ridiculing her, criticizing her, it means that she's doing the same to me with that friend when I'm not around. So I was like, oh my God. I wanted to cut the chain, of course. I wanted to cut her off. But I was like, okay, I guess now whenever she's starting to like, the thing is with me, if you start gossiping or whatever, you realize it will like sometime most of the time it's like you're talking to a brick wall because I'll be like, okay, uh-huh. But if I do give a voice or if I do give an opinion, I stick to the facts. I go, no, 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 no. This is actually what is happening. Thank you, thank you. So my thing is that whenever people are gossiping, I try and use that I try use that moment to actually talk about what I think matters, which is let's break it down. Why is he doing that? He's doing that because he's in pain. It's a call for love. It's not whatever that you guys are insinuating. It was never personal. So I'm not going to get here and say, okay, let's break him down. Let's say he's horrible. No, it's, honey, listen, this is what has happened. He said this. Remember that it has nothing to do with you. So I always try and redirect the conversation and make it much more of like, okay, let's put x-ray eyes on the situation and talk about what is really happening, not really talking about or trying to boost our egoic um beliefs or whatever, because that is what most people are really interested into doing, and I'm not interested in that. I'm not, yeah. So be careful of gossiping, be careful of what you watch, because what you watch is what you record it, you get it into your mind, and then you'll think it later, and you think it, you say it, you experience it. What's your thought? What's your mouth? Thank you. So now, again, the thing is that, like I said, okay, that one of talks about says, yes, yes, yes. Now, let's get to this. Watching your thoughts, but how do you watch your thoughts? One thing that I do when I watch my thoughts is I watch my inner self dialogue, but to really watch it again, I try and self introspect. I do a lot of self talks. I know self talk again because I think it's very important for you to talk to yourself. First of all, it enables you to watch your thoughts, because like I said, to me, talking to yourself is not really going, oh, I'm bad, they did this to me, I'm horrible, oh my God, the future is scary. No, it's actually taking your inner child and placing them there, and then taking your thoughts and placing them there and detaching from them, because this little child has created an identity and has become attached to their thoughts. But you have to really separate the two and say, honey, you are not your thoughts, because that's the reality. You are not your thoughts. Yeah, in fact, you are the watcher of your thoughts. You are the awareness of your thoughts. You are the witness of your thoughts. So take those thoughts and put them over there and talk to each thought. Take one thought. Okay, I once thought so, but is it true? Talk to that child. No, honey, it's not true. And this is the thing. Anything which evokes fear in you is not true. It's not true, because you're not fear, you're love. So stick with love, stick with joy. So self-talk helps because you can watch your thought and go, oh my God, remember where you got the thoughts? Yes, you've got them from way back, from people who are not even around here. Let me tell you that. People who are not even here. But remember, it had nothing to do with you. They were doing the best they can, so don't judge them. Don't blame them. And if you blame them and you don't want to forgive them, you are choosing to stay stuck. You know, if you choose to stay resentful and whatever, you're choosing to stay stuck. And obviously, one of the things that we do is that because we're not willing to forgive, or we're not willing to understand, because we're not willing to really let go. We're not willing to let go of the past or whatever that people have said to us, because we love the pain. For sure, we are familiar with the pain. It's like, oh my god, it's so nice. That's what we've created. That's where that we have created an identity around it, but it's not going to help us. It's going to keep us stuck there. So don't blame your parents or whoever said it, or that teacher from standard 7 who was very mean. I mean, oh my god, I don't know what that Seth thought of, but I forgive him. And it was, oh my god, when I heard that, when I left, he started saying how people should become like me, how I'm a role model, how kids should look up to me. I was like amazed. It didn't make sense to me. I was like, but I thought he hated me. But I know now that it was never personal. If anything, it was a call for love, because I believe that he was in a lot of pain. But I hope that you found help, teacher. I love you. And thank you. Yeah, ultimately, no one is actually bad. No one is bad, actually. No, no one is bad. You know, we are hurt people. It's just that we are hurt people who hurt people. But I'm afraid of people who are hurt and they don't know they're hurt, because they will end up hurting me. So I love you, but I don't want to have dinner with you. I don't want to sit next to you, because you're just oozing pain, and I don't want to ooze. I want to ooze joy. I don't want to ooze pain. Thank you. Yeah. So watch your mouth, watch your thoughts. And then, like I said, watch your thoughts. You can do a self talk, keep a journal, all the things that people said. Usually the tools that I'll be telling you, you don't, it's something that so that is why sometimes I don't really want to delve too much on do this. And again, telling you to do this and then you don't do it, it's like, it's a given, because when you try and help someone who is in an abusive relationship, and then you report to the police that, oh yeah, the wife has been beating him up, or the husband has been beating her up, and then they take the husband, only to find that the wife will go back to the husband who's beating her. So it's up to you, honey. I can tell you everything, but it's up to you to make a decision and say, you know what, but I choose to actually love myself and take control of my life. Because actually, whether you're aware of it or not, whether you like it or not, whether you approve of it or not, you are actually the author of your life. You're actually the master of your life. You're actually in control of your life. You're a co-creator. That's it. You're God. hmm Whether you like it or not, that's it. It's simple as that. So it's just a matter of you saying, okay, actually now I'm willing to take responsibility, not giving it to some old man up there who's watching, and I don't know, like, what is there, or giving it to other people, or giving it to something else. Take it, own it. You have this responsibility over your life. Thank you. And yeah, I think that's it. That's it. And also listen, and be careful of what you listen to. What you listen to, because everything that you watch, everything that you listen to, everything that you say, everything that you interact with, you are giving it your energy, and you're taking its energy. So you don't want to really lower your energy. You want to vibrate high, because you're of high vibration. You want to stay up there. You don't want to go down there. That's it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Went to It Was Never Personal. It's me, it's Yummy Wilfred. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, leave a question. I'll like if you leave a question. Thank you. Don't comment. It was never personal. You just comment your I love ya. Thank you so much, guys. Till next time, it was never personal. Bye.